Shadow BRIDGEBURNERS. Here with Oliver the dog, and I'm doing a shoe review. I'm going to be reviewing the SLB Remake 2016. Sorry, it's really windy. And I'm going to review it based on 5 criteria. Comfort. Is it skatable out of the box? Is it functional? Is it responsive? Support and durability, and how long it lasts. And I'm basing this off of the SXL Slim. That, in my mind, I'm not going to say it's the ultimate shoe for everybody, but for me that gets a 5 on 5 and everything. So in case you guys are wondering what I think a perfect shoe is, that's what I think it is. Alright, so first things first, comfort. I give the shoe a 4 out of 5. It's fairly comfortable, but it's not very padded. And the soles are very thin, and I don't really mind a thin sole, except, I don't know, they don't seem very tailored to the shape of my foot or any foot. The insole of the shoe, and I guess the inner outsole, feels just kind of cheap. And again, it doesn't really mold to my foot very well, so I give it a 4 out of 5 for comfort. Next, is it skatable out of the box? If you can get past the comfort issue, yes, absolutely, 100%. You can land your first kickflip in these shoes, like I did. And usually I gotta wear them out for a little bit, like the shoes I'm wearing now, but these ones were good. There's not much wear on the switch side. But yes, it's skatable out of the box. I give them a 5 on 5 for this. Is it functional and responsive? Yes, it is. Very functional, very responsive. You can feel everything. As a matter of fact, I complained that the sole was thin before, and that may be the case, and the sole itself might not be the most comfortable, but I've never gotten a heel bruise in the shoes, even though there's not that much padding at all in the heels, and it's very responsive. I really like the way I feel my board in these shoes, and I went back to skating. Well, I never skated the XL Slim after skating these. I'm skating this pair of DCs that's a lot like them, which is why I chose them. And the sole thickness is about the same too, but I had a bit of a hard time adapting at first because I got used to the thinness here. What I generally like, I like when it's thin. I mean, outside you can't really tell, but I like when the back is thick and then the front is very thin, because that's where you need the padding on the back. And if the sole is thick in the front, then you can't feel your board. It makes it hard to feel your board, and it takes a little bit more time to break the shoe in. So that's the other thing too. I mean, if you could check out the shoe's pretty worn out, but I liked it so much that I kept skating it until I couldn't skate it anymore. And that moves on to, well, durability. Alright, that moves on to durability. So as you can see, the shoe's kind of mangled. It's been worse, and it got to the point where every time I'd miss a trick, like my whole fucking foot would come out of the shoe. So you know, that kind of got annoying. And there was this thing here, and you know, I got a hole forming here as well. And surprisingly, I never ripped a pair of socks in them. The switch side, I don't skate that much switch, but it started to come apart. There's a little hole forming here, but nothing really. And my personal beef with these shoes, which happens in a lot of skate shoes these days, which I really don't fucking like, is that over here, in the past, this piece used to extend, and then this piece used to overlap it. But now it's just a butt joint. So as soon as the stitching here comes undone, the whole fucking shoe falls apart. And oh, look at that, I didn't even see that. I have a crack like right there. So these shoes, this ripped in a day or two. This ripped very soon. And you know, arguably they fell apart right away, but you know, there was just a rip here, and I kept skating them, and I kept skating them, and I kept skating them, and even if I glued it, it kept on coming open, and I didn't really care that much. I don't really like gluing my shoes on the outside. It changes the texture, it gives it less friction, which makes it really fucked up for me to recalibrate. So I know I talk about this a lot, but having said that, and they got this big old hole in the toe, and the laces always fell apart. So that's one criticism on the shoes. So, you know, the laces are not in a good place. I think the holes are probably too wide, and they're too far down, and they tear almost every day for the way I skate. Again, in the Excel Slims, I think I kept the same pair of laces the whole time. And how long have I been skating these shoes? I've been skating them, it's winter time in Canada, so I've only been skating indoors at the indoor skate park, but I've been skating from 1 to 3 times a week, and it's April now, and I had the shoes since November, so December, January, February, March, April. I had them for 5 months, so that's the equivalent to about 2 months of summer skating, maybe even close to 3. So they lasted a really long time, which I really like. The only thing I don't like is that I would have overlapped these 2 layers here. I don't know why skate shoe companies don't do it anymore, and you know, I would have changed the lace placement, and maybe I would have done something about the sole, but I don't know, man, it worked out pretty well. So for durability, I give them a 4 out of 5. And the last thing was, do they offer support? And yeah, they don't offer that much support. I've seen worse, but I've seen better. The padding isn't that thick, but here's what I like. The parts of the shoe that aren't padded, like here and here, like they're still padded, which is really good. It's just the parts that are really thick, or that are thicker, they're not that thick. So it's not a bulky shoe, it's fairly comfortable. It lasts a really long time, surprisingly, and you can feel your board and it won't get in the way of doing your tricks. So for comfort, I give it a 4 out of 5. For skateable out of the box, I give it a 5 out of 5. For functional and responsive, I give it a 5 out of 5. For support, I give it a 4 out of 5. And for durable and long lasting, I give it a 4 out of 5. So that is 5, 10, 14, 18, and 22. So it gets a 22 out of 25. So that is a 88%. So I hope you enjoyed my shoe review. Let me know what you think. If you guys skate and you watch my channel, let me know what shoes you skate, or let me know what shoes you used to skate. Shout out to Men's Knowledge. Used to like Plan B boards. Awesome comment, by the way. I never asked you about shoes, so let me know if you're watching this, what you used to rock or what you rock today. So I hope you enjoyed my shoe review. If any of you guys skate, let me know what type of shoes you guys like. If anybody used to skate, let me know what type of shoes you used to skate. I love reminiscing about that shit. It's fucking awesome. I think back into like 2000, 2001, I had this pair of cargo fucking sweatpants, and I had DC Lynx red and white, and I used to wear double XL t-shirts. Yeah, I thought I was really fucking doing it. 5-panel hats. Yeah, I've been wearing these shits for 17 years, by the way. So anyway, I hope you guys like my video, and again, leave a thought in the comments downstairs. Like if you like the video, share if you really like the video, and subscribe if you like more videos. So until next time, shred the gnar, my friends, and shadow like bridge burners.